So in order to be a sketch artist, or what we composite sketch artist, I had to do some formal training. Honestly, I'm more of a cartoonist, as you've probably seen from my earlier works. And homicide detail has used me in the past to do sketches. I ended up going, homicide sent me through composite sketch school. I went through about 3 40-hour sessions. So, to my knowledge, I'm the only post-certified sketch artist on our department. Post is the Police Officer Standards and Training.
Oh,
It's they're the organization, the state organization that oversees all the training that officers have to take. So whether it's basic training through the academy or like my composite sketch artist training. How it really works is, so someone looks through a catalog of facial features, right? Let's start off with the eyes, right? So they'll look through maybe 100 different eyes, and that's all you get is the eyes, right? They pick the set of eyes that looks most similar to the suspect. Once they give me those eyes, it could be listed as B9, right? They'll move on to the nose, mouth, chin, head shape, hair, forehead, eyebrows, ears. And once we have a general idea of what we're looking at, the victim will look, no, the eyes are a little bit more squinty.
Oh, I see.
And so we can modify that.
Yeah.
So it could take anywhere between an hour and a half to all the way up to maybe 5 hours. So after I graduated from the academy, I was assigned to our East Division Patrol. I did that for 1 year. Then I moved out to our West Division, or central area of Long Beach. West Division Patrol. I went to day shift for about, I think, 2 years. And then after that, I went to bike patrol in West Division. So we rode around on bikes. And then after that, I went to directed enforcement in West Division. Directed enforcement is kind of like, if you want to call it like a rapid response team. So we did that for 2 years, directed enforcement. Then I went back to day patrol down here in South Division. I did that for about, let's say, another maybe 2-3 years. And then I went to graveyard patrol for South Division. And then from there, I ended up going to detectives. I worked Vice for a little bit. I was an undercover detective. Then I moved on to domestic violence. So it was interesting coming over to domestic violence from human trafficking. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. And the Explorer program is kind of like a Boy Scout program. It falls under the umbrella of the Boy Scouts, but instead of going, learning how to make fires and stuff like that and doing certain things to earn their ribbons and awards, you basically go out on ride-alongs with active police officers. And so I went through, I forget how long the program was, maybe it was 3 months long, Explorer Academy over at El Camino Community College, where you go in every Saturday, all day Saturday. It's a little academy. They teach you how to march. You learn about the penal codes, the vehicle codes, all that stuff. It's a great program because you get to see exactly what police officers do. So it was an eye-opener for me.
Yeah.
And between doing that as an explorer and becoming a reserve police officer, I pretty much knew what the job entailed. I believe explorers are allowed to join maybe at, I would say, back then it was like 16, but I think they may go as low as maybe even 14. The best part of the job, honestly, is job satisfaction, knowing that you're helping someone out.
Yeah.
Sometimes that person doesn't think they need your help, but yeah, that's very satisfying, knowing that you've helped people out.
Yeah.
English is huge. We speak it every day, we write it every day, we read it every day. But being able to formulate and write a good report based on good, proper English, it's kind of hard nowadays. What we're doing, in essence, is telling a story, right? A story that a victim has told us that we're transcribing and memorializing onto paper, right? Whether it's a victim, a witness, or maybe even a suspect that we've arrested. We're getting their statements and putting it down on paper, or in this case, a computer screen, right? A lot of people, they go into criminal justice, and honestly, I think that's kind of superfluous. It's not really needed, because you're gonna learn about this job on the job, what we call OJT. You're gonna learn about it in the academy, from practical experience, right? What I suggest to young people or people that want to get into law enforcement, look at another type of major, an degree, something totally unrelated from law enforcement, because there have been times where people, they get injured, they quit for one reason or another, and it's always good to have something to fall back on, right? The department's going to pay. There are educational incentives. The department increases your pay based on your education level. Obviously, someone who has an associate's degree is going to get paid more than someone with a high school diploma, someone with a bachelor's, and so on and so forth. But the department doesn't care what your degree is in, whether it's sociology or political science. It pays the same as someone with a criminal justice degree. Right?
That's great.
Yeah, definitely stick with school. Stick with school.